Hi, I'm Mariela. Welcome back. Today I'm gonna show you how to make these beautiful rings. You can stack them together and they look really beautiful, and they're not that hard to make. So today I'm gonna be showing you how to make this one right here, and then we're gonna make this, and these two are the same, and I'm gonna show you a different one. We're gonna be using Preciosa seed beads 11.0. They are the perfect beads to make this type of projects because they're really little and really pretty. The colors are beautiful. So that's what I use for this tutorial. And right here I use Montees for this one. We're gonna use Fireline, and we're gonna need, you can use one needle or you can use two needles, it's up to you. So let's get started for now. I hope you guys like this tutorial and I hope you guys enjoy it. I think they're really beautiful and they look really pretty. We are going to thread our needle with 30 inches of Fireline, and that is for a ring from size 4.5 to like 7. That is this one. So if you need a bigger ring, you need to add more thread. So the ones that I'm gonna demonstrate right here, I use 30 inches. The first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna pick up 2 seed beads. And if you get 2 needles, you're gonna put 2 needles together. Otherwise, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna get the 2 ends of your thread, and you're gonna put them together. And you want your 2 seed beads right at the middle of your thread. You can see they're at the middle, and I got my 2 threads right here. The next thing you're gonna do with one side, that's why I say you can use two needles if you want to, one on each side, but you don't have to. Okay, I got my needles. I have my 2 seed beads right here. I'm just gonna I'm gonna work with this thread first. I'm gonna pass my needle through one seed bead. And remember, they gotta be in the center of your thread because the way we're gonna work, we need our beads to be in the center. And this is what we have. And you should have 2 threads the same length, one on each side. We're gonna pick up 2 seed beads. My thread is coming out of this seed bead. I'm gonna pass my needle through the next one, going down. And your seed beads sit on top of the other one. We're doing herringbone stitch. There is a tutorial on how to make flat herringbone stitch. So if you have questions about it, just go and check on that video. It'll be on the description box. My thread is exited right here, the one we're working on, because on the other side I have the other one that goes to the other side. So this is my thread coming out. We're gonna go up through the 2 seed beads. And we're gonna pull the thread. We're gonna pick up 2 seed beads, and we're gonna pass, my thread is coming out right here, we're gonna pass my needle through only one. And we're gonna pull, and those two seed beads sit on top again. My thread is coming out of this one right here, which is gonna pass through the two. I have tutorials on how to do herringbone, so you can go check them out. And we're gonna keep repeating these steps. Like for rings, these rings that I made, they're like, this is like size 4.5. I made 13 rows of herringbone on one side, and then I made 13 on the other side with the other thread. And I did the same for this one that is like size 5. For this one, this are like size 7 or 6.5, I'm not sure. I did 20 rows with one thread, and then I start doing the same with the other side of the thread. So with 40, there are 40 rows of herringbone. So that gives you an idea. So now what I'm gonna do, we're gonna assume that I already have, depending on the ring you're gonna make, you're gonna have 20 rows right here. So you got 3, do the other 17, and then we're gonna flip our work, and we're gonna just start doing the same thing. We're gonna pick up 2 beads, and we're gonna pass our needle through 1 bead. So it's the same thing. You're just gonna start working with the other side with your other thread, and this is gonna make that we have a thread on both sides, and you're gonna understand later why. So my thread is coming out right here. We're just gonna go up through these 2. So keep repeating these steps, and I'll be right back, like when I have the rows that I'm gonna need. If you have trouble with this, I'll just rewind the video, but you shouldn't have it. It's really simple. Okay, right here I have 39, because I need a little bit smaller, so I just did 39 rows of herringbone. And as you can see, I got threads on both sides, and they're the same length and everything. So that's why you start your work at the middle of the thread, so you can have 2 sides. So okay, I'm threading my needle, and I'm gonna use 2 needles to be faster. These rings are really easy to make, and they're beautiful. I love them, especially the one in the center. I just love them. So okay, I got my 2 needles. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pick up a Montee. We're just gonna pick up. This is really easy. Okay, so we have a ring right here. I'm gonna start working with this thread. I'm gonna pick up my Montee, and as you know, the Montees have like a cross in the back. So my thread, it's coming out of this seed bead. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through the one. If you put your ring together, my thread is this one right here. I'm gonna go through the seed bead across and through like 3 seed beads or 4. But see, let me see, my thread is coming out of this seed bead. I pick up my Montee, and on the other side I'm gonna pass my needle through the seed bead across, not to the one in front, to the one across, because my Montee has like an X, so I can't go straight. I gotta go through the across. If you can see, Okay, now I'm just gonna go, I went past through 4 beads, so I'm gonna count 1 2 3 4, and I'm gonna come back up through the bead right across. And I'm gonna pull tight. And now, as you can see, this is the cross, and I use this. Now I'm gonna flip my Montee because I flip. And I'm gonna pass my needle through the other hole. And make sure your beads make sure your thread stay in the little holes, because it tends to go since the beads are really little, it tends to go to the side, but to a little bit to the center, but you'll be fine. And then my thread is coming out of this hole right here, so I'm just gonna pass my needle through these beads, going like 3 beads, and then when I pull, see, my Montee gets in position. See, but like right here, the thread went up a little bit. Just put it down in the hole, and there we have a ring. Only thing we gotta do now, it's like I went 1 2 3, so go up 3 beads, and we're gonna pass through the hole of the Montee again, and through the beads again. And you can go, if you went 4, you can go 5, depending on how much thread you have to around your beads. But you want to pass through here like at least 5 times to make sure the thread is not gonna break, because the metal can be a little bit sharp, and you don't want your ring to be messed up. So right here, I'm just gonna go back through my beads, and I'm gonna pass now through the other hole, and pass through my beads. I'm just gonna go through 2 this time, and there you have it. You gotta I have a lot of thread, so I'm just gonna keep going back and forth. Don't do it in the same beads, so you don't have a lot of thread there. Try to alternate them, like if you go 1 bead, then go 2 or 3 or 5, whatever. So right here I went through 2, so I'm just gonna come back and just reinforce. Then I'm gonna start making knots, and I have my other needle right here, and I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna cross, and I'm gonna pass to 2, and I'm just gonna turn around and pass through the Montee again. And I'm gonna just keep doing this until I get ready to make some knots, and I'll be right back to show you how to do some knots, because I think it's really important on how to make the knots. Okay. I passed my thread through the Montee like several times. Now on this side, my threads are really nicely in between the holes of the Montee, but on this side is really nice, but this one, it went a little bit too to the center. So what I'm gonna do right here, I'm almost done to finish my ring. I just gotta make some knots. So what I'm gonna do right here, this is the side that it went a little bit to the center, so I'm gonna make a knot right here to pull these threads to the side. So I'm gonna pass my needle right here in between the thread, under the threads that are going from the seed bead to the Montee, and I got my loop right here. And when I pull to tie this knot, I'm gonna pull my threads to the side. So this will make my threads to come to where they need to be. So you can do without corners, like right here I have my thread coming out of this Montee. I can do the same thing right here just to be sure. So I'm gonna pass my needle under the threads. Here is my loop, and I'm going to pass my needle and pull the threads just to the side, just to be sure that they're gonna be right there. And then you can pass your needle through the Montee again. And you can do another knot right here. Pass your needle under and pull your threads to the side, and repeat this with this needle right here. And then if you have thread left, just come up through your beads and just start making knots. My needle is a little bit too tight, so I'm just gonna cut my threads right here because I already make some knots before I show you how to end up. So and there you have the first ring. And as you can see, I have 3 in the same finger, and they look really pretty. You can rotate them and like play with them. See how you can just they're just fun, and they look really pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start making the other rings. If you look at this, they're on the same, right here and right here. So I need one thread to come out of this or the other one. So what I'm gonna do right here, I'm just gonna pass my needle through 3 beads going down, and then 1 bead going up, and then across. My bead is coming out right here. I'm gonna pass my needle through these ones going up, okay. So now you can see I have, if you put them together, I have 1 thread coming out of these seed beads, and the other one it's across on this one right here. So one is coming out right here and the other one is right here. So that's what you want. You don't want them coming out of like before it was coming out of this one right here. So you want on one side the thread coming out of the left and on the other side to the right. Okay, and then you're gonna pick up 30 seed beads, and like I say, these numbers that I'm telling you, they're for Preciosa Czech 11 O's. If you use a different brand, then the numbers are gonna change on the seed beads you had to use, so you gotta consider that. Okay, I have 30 seed beads on each side. What you're gonna do first, you're gonna grab one side, okay, and you're gonna make a simple knot. Like this is where my thread is coming out and this is my ring. So you're gonna pass, like forming a top, like on top of your beads, and then you're gonna pass your needle through the center. It's just making a regular knot. and you're gonna tie this up. You want to keep the beads tight so you can form a knot. As you can see right here, I have a knot. So we're gonna repeat it one more time in case you don't see it. Okay, this is my beads and this is my ring base. You're gonna pass, see, this is my band. You're just gonna make a circle and you're gonna pass your needle through that circle. It's just like if you were making a knot, a normal knot without beads, but you're just making it with beads, you see. Okay, and there you have a knot, like a pretzel. Okay, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab the other side of your ring and just pass your needle through 3 beads or 4, doesn't matter how many. And when you pull, this is what you should have now. You have a knot in between. So now what you're gonna do, you're gonna tie this a little bit so we can work with the other side. So just come around through these beads, coming up through the same hole the other thread is coming out. But now tie this. So this is what we have. Now we're gonna grab the other needle with the other 30 seed beads. And we're gonna hold our knot and we're gonna pass our needle on top of the beads right here. Going under through this little hole right here. And we're gonna pull. And this is what you should have. These are the beads we're working on. What you wanna do now, you just wanna flip these beads to the side like this on top. Let me see if I can show you better. See, this is my beads. You're just gonna push them down with your thumb. See, push them down like this to the side, so you can pass your needle. You can pass your needle through this. Did you see that the beads were coming up here when you, this is where you pass your needle. So you just push them down, kind of making the circle right here, and you're gonna pass your needle through that circle. And you're gonna pull tight to put all your beads together and form the other knot. It's a little bit hard to see, so I hope you guys, I mean, it's very simple, just making a regular knot and then you're making another knot but grabbing the other one, so you have 2 together. And then we're just gonna pass our needle through 3 beads. I think it's pretty hard to see, so I hope I'm doing a good job with this. And see, now you have 2 knots right here. Or like 2 little pretzels. So now what you're gonna do, it's just right here, you're gonna go up again and just go through all the beads. Follow the pattern and go through the beads 2 or 3 times until you don't have any more thread, and start making your knots, and then that's the first ring. Okay, I got my 2 needles again and I have my base. all these rings that I'm teaching you how to make, they got the same base. And like this one that I'm making, the one that we just finished, it's 30 beads you're gonna add, and the only difference is gonna be like if you need a bigger ring, you need to add do more rows of herringbone, because the decorate thing, this one is with 30 beads. This one is the same base, but this one I'm gonna show you how to make it. So all these three have the same bases. It depends only, but see right here on the top there, you're gonna pick up the same beads. Just remember, if you need a bigger ring, you need to add like more rows of herringbone. So for this one, you're gonna pick up 20 seed beads on each side. Okay, I got my 20 on each side of my band, and this is really easy. All you gotta do, and in this one it doesn't matter if both of your threads are coming on the same side or not. So I'm gonna work with these ones first. So I just put these together. My thread is coming out of this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go back in the same side. See, like making a loop. And you're just gonna go up and just reinforce this. I'm not gonna do it because I'm gonna use this space to show you how to do a different ring. So just go around 2 or 3, 4 times. Just so it's really tight. That's what you want. That's the first one. And then with this one, you're just gonna, we assume I already did my knots right here and I cut it and everything. So what are you gonna do right here? You're gonna pass your needle through the loop. Like this. Okay, I pass my needle through my loop, holding my beads. Okay, now I'm gonna pass my needle under the band, and I'm gonna pass my needle back through the loop. Tie my beads, and now I'm gonna pass my needle through the other side when I don't have anything coming out of. And you're just gonna tie your beads up. See, and there you have it. This is the other ring. In this ring, all you have to do is just pass your needle through all the beads so you can reinforce and make this tight. But it's really easy to make. It's really pretty. Okay, for this ring, we're gonna pick up 22 seed beads on one side. Okay, so I got my 22, and we're just gonna make a knot right here like the first one we did. So just go around and pass your needle through the loop, and there we have a knot. See? And now all we gotta do right here is just go through the other side and pass our needle through the same 3, 4, doesn't matter how many. And right here we're gonna pass our needle up and we're gonna pass our needle through all the beads again. Just go through all the beads. When you do that one bead, we'll go to the center, and that's what you want. Just keep going all around like you did on the other rings. Just go through all the beads. all around the knot. Now on this one, if you want bigger knot, you can add more beads. Remember on this one I did 22, so if you think it's just too little, just add more beads. And when you're going through your beads, just remember you wanna be pulling your thread so the beads get really tight and you can't see spaces in between them. I'm just trying to go around these beads. Make sure you don't skip one because then you'll see the thread. See right here. I'm trying to go through this, okay? And then right here, when you pass through the last bead, just go through the opposite seed bead. So the one pulls in the center. Let me show you. We want one seed bead to be in the center. It's only in this ring. And then just go around, and we want this to be really reinforced so they don't break. So we just go around, and with the other thread you do the same. And then right here you just if you want just to loosen up a little bit, do not just pull it. And this is a different one that I don't have it on, and this is too little, so I think they're just fun rings to wear. So, and you can stack them making different colors. So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I love them because I mean they just look cute, and you can wear them like any day, I think, depending. Like this one, I love them all. So I hope you guys like them too. And that'll be it for today. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and like my videos. Give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Until next time.